Hi friends, today we will see something about how to check a bearing play in the turbocharger. Let us watch this video first. What you see, there is a certain amount of play in this turbocharger. Do you think it is normal? It's perfectly normal. Because what you have in turbocharger, in most of the conservative turbocharger, is we don't have a ball bearing, we have a floating metal bush. So there is always a certain amount of play in this bush. Once the engine is started and oil flows, it creates a thin layer of film between this metal bush and the shaft, and it acts as a bearing. So this kind of play is okay. We also have another picture. So here you can see a cutaway section of a turbocharger, and the yellow thing is the oil. So once the engine is started, oil flows inside, and it forms a thin layer of film between the metal bush and the shaft. So this oil acts as a bearing, what we can call as a floating bearing, in other words. So but the new turbochargers, they have a ball bearing, the thing like this. So the new turbochargers having these ball bearings have a better performance than this metal bush, which has a floating metal bearing. So I have another picture. So here you can see this. There is a thin layer of oil film between the metal bush and the shaft, and the turbine shaft. We have other videos. You can see some other pictures also here. So that's it. So this certain amount of play, the small amount of play it's okay, unless the turbine or the compressor blade touches this concentric casing. Till that point it's okay. So have a look at this compressor side of the turbocharger. Here we can see the mark that blade has made in this turbocharger casing. So this is the starting point of the trouble. So this mark indicates that the blade is rubbing on the casing. So sooner or later it's going to fail. The blade is going to get damaged, and it will reduce the charger pressure, and thereby the engine performance, thereby the engine power of the engine. So when we open the compressor side, or when we open the compressor side of the turbocharger, and if we see a certain amount of scratch mark like this, so that is a good indicator